Welcome back, friends. My name is Deepak More and you are watching my YouTube channel, TheIndianOptions.com. Today we are going to discuss the first and second trading behavior, and this is the first video in this section, trading behavior, and it's called as intraday trader or long-term trader. It's not a behavior basically, it's like how you want to trade in options market, right? So this behavior I'm having in this series, not only the behavior like how you react to something, but also like what are different kind of entities, like, so that we can compare it, and also like what kind of decisions you will have to take and things like that. So in a broad term I'm saying it as a behavior, but it might not be actually behavior. It's like what decisions you need to take, and what are the different things you can choose from A or B or things like that, right? So in this video we are going to talk about intraday trader and long-term trader. Okay, now like when you are doing a trading in options market, there is no right or wrong way basically, right? Now what is intraday and what is long-term trader? I'm just in one sentence, if you want to say intraday meaning that a person opens a contract when the market opens at 9:15 and closes all the contracts before he goes home. So that is one day. That's called as intraday. And long-term trader meaning that you open some contract today and then you keep those contracts overnight or for a couple of days or maybe weeks or maybe month together, and then you quit that basically, right? So that means that you are a long-term trader. So purchasing the contract today and just closing it today itself is intraday, and if you are opening the contract today, keeping it overnight and then closing it tomorrow or any day from tomorrow onwards, that is called as long-term trading. So in this video we are going to discuss how these two people would do or trade in the market, and what are the benefits of one over other, and what are the pros and cons of one over other, right? So let's go into what is intraday. Now intraday trader, he opens a trade when the market opens every day and closes it before the end of the day on the same day. Okay, now this guy, intraday trader, he has to be in front of the terminal, if not every minute but at least every 10 minutes, and it's like normal full-time job for him basically. It's like that's all he does, there's nothing else he does, right? Now he's very susceptible to the sharp movement, so whatever contracts he's opening here, he's very susceptible to the sharp movements of the market. Like he must take quick decisions and navigate the market conditions. Suddenly the market fall, he'll have to do some changes in his contract and take advantage of that and things like that. It's like usually works for a fixed profit or loss. Fixed profit or loss means what? Like he has a target. If I open this contract, I'll take 20% profit and I'll just quit the trade or something, right? So he has a fixed things, profit or loss in his mind, right? Now he usually works, he doesn't care about macro financial news or events, right? Because his focus is just for today. Okay, from the time the market starts till the time market ends, they are actively looking for ups and downs in today. In the large picture, if the market is going to, say for example, today's market is at 12,000 and the market is going to go to 13,000 in next 6 months or so, they don't care about that, because their focus is only for today, and that is for that 6 hours between 9:15 when the market opens till 3:30 when the market closes. Their focus is only that. So they don't really worry about the gap up and gap down openings of the next day when the market opens, right? Now that is the second number of risk that we already had discussed in the risk, the damn risky options section. Gap up and gap down opening of a market. So it doesn't matter for these people, right? Because when the market opens, they come to the market, so it doesn't matter to them. And usually this is not for the beginners actually. So beginners shouldn't be doing intraday trading. Okay, so beginners should go for more safe kind of trades, like you open the trade, take the benefit of time decay, keep the trade open for like month or so, and then not worry about day-to-day market movements to that extent. Actually, you have to worry, but not to that extent like normally intraday trader would do, right? So they are always looking for small profit and loss, but have skills to hold the contract if the contract is in their favor, right? So for example, they have chosen that or they have decided that I'll take 20 rupees profit and I'll quit the trade. So that's what they have made as a rule. But if market is still going in their direction, then they might choose to wait for some more time to get 25 rupees, 30 rupees profit or so, right? And if the market reverses, then they will close the contract. So something like that. So bits and pieces here and there. So they can be away from the market. Say for example, tomorrow they have some function at home, or they want to go on vacation, or it's not an issue for them. Tomorrow they just don't trade. Like it's not hard and fast thing that you have to trade every day or something. They can just take a day off and do whatever they want to do and come back day after tomorrow and start from where they left, right? So and usually what happens is they actually have they maybe open some contract and close some contract like 5 to 6 times in one day. Basically, it's very normal occurrence to them. Like they open, they close after half an hour, again they open, again they close after half an hour or so. So it's like they are navigating through the whole market, right? So they have to be busy whole day, and they usually choose the strike prices which are in the money, so that they can get the maximum movement of the premiums here and there. Now what is in the money, what is out of the money, that I have explained in my basic options section. There is a video called as the options chain. In that video you will get all this information, right? So please visit that. He usually chooses the closest expiry. Closest expiry means if the expiry is today, tomorrow, or within this week, then there is a lot of volatility in the market, and that's what he chooses basically, right? He usually buys, will open the buy type of contracts because the margin would not be needed, and even very less capital we can get a very big leverage or something. So he will try to open those kind of contracts, usually the buy contracts, so that his investment can be more better utilized, and he doesn't have to keep the margins or something, because margin is very high. For one lot the margin is around 90 rupees or 90,000 rupees or so. So with this he can just keep it, like, and basically I think so I have covered like almost all the points. And the normal trade he can keep maybe open for maybe 3 hours or 4 hours or something, maybe less. Some traders, I have seen some interviews of some traders, they keep their trades open for say 5 minutes or 7 minutes or 10 minutes, and so I'm not really very sure how they do it, but that might be a strategy. It's again a part of a trading behavior or so. So okay, now going back to the long-term traders. Now long-term traders means what? Like they do a lot of extensive planning initially. Okay, they will do a lot of planning. They will understand what is risk reward ratio and which contract to take, and how is the view of the overall view of the market, whether it will go up, it will go down, and a lot of other things, right? So he does this planning initially, and then open trades with the, and he will try to hold this trade till the expiry. So if the expiry is 1 month away, then he'll try to open that trade today and try to keep the trade open. So he is very susceptible to the gap up or gap down. If the gap this is the big risk actually for the long-term trader, that the gap up and gap down. And so if the market opens up or down, he might get really very good money if the market opens in his contract favors in a very short time, or he could make a very big loss. But if he expires far, then he can choose to wait or something, and the market might reverse again, right? So he needs to monitor the market maybe at least 1 hour or once in an hour or so, just to see that there are not much adverse impacts on his open contracts or so. So need to set the stop loss every day. He'll have to set up a stop loss just in case if there is any market sudden movements, he can take the profit and quit the trades or something. And sharp movements in the markets, they don't matter much, because the paper profit or loss will be seen for a short term, but in the long run it will be okay. And usually looks for a premium as profit, or at least 50-60 rupees he'll get profit in his premium. Excuse me. He'll get around, he's looking for 50 rupees or so, whereas in the intraday trader, the intraday trader looks for profit like maybe 10-15 rupees stride. He'll just take the profit and close the contract. But in the long term trader, since he's keeping the trades long for at least month or so, then he will be expecting more profits from them, and then that's how he is target. And entry point and exit point are really not that important as the intraday trader, right? This trader has a patience and will wait for weeks together for the market to reverse, and this trader will open usually the sell type of contracts and out of the money contracts, because the time decay will happen, and then he'll be able to close the trades or something, right? Now we'll prefer to open the trades on both sides of the contract. He can like example like short strangle, which I am explaining in the basic strategy section, short strangle. Now in this case what happens is, like you open a put sell contract and call sell contract, both out of the money, and if the market stays between this point, then he is going to make money on both the trades, right? So that's how it is. Like, this is like very good strategy for the beginners. So beginners should do long-term trading first, and because the chances of losing are very less as compared to the intraday trader. And also a few minutes delay in taking decisions does not matter really much, and trading frequency is also very less. It's usually once or twice a week or so, as compared to 4 or 5 times in one day for the intraday traders. And it's usually like a part-time job or something, so you don't need to be full-time. So your main income source should not be from the options trading if you are doing this long-term trader, right? It's just part-time job that you can doing, like extra profit that you can get out of your investment, and the main thing is that if you have open contracts, and you cannot afford to be away from the market, like you have to just monitor it. And like say for example, if you have some options open, and if you want to go on a 3-day vacation somewhere in the mountain where you are not going to get any telephone calls or anything, or something, then better close the contract before go on the vacation, because if the market reverses within those 3 days, there could be like a lot of loss he might be sitting at, right? So these are the two kind of behaviors that you need to be aware about. And that's about it for this trading behavior video. Thank you very much, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel, TheIndianOptions.com. The subscribe button is right here. And also to download this presentation, you'll have to register to my website, TheIndianOptions.com. Register, become a member, and you can download all these presentations from them. It's all free of cost, so please spend time on watching this. If you have any questions, please put it in the comment section. I should be able to answer it. Thank you very much, and you have a nice day. Bye bye.